guys, welcome to Astroways. Last week we talked about tiger, rabbit, and dragon, these three earthly branches. And we learned about what's match, what's a triad, and what's a plenum. How the earthly branches react to the opposition branch, what are the four storehouses, why they called storehouses. Today we have another three earthly branches. First one, snake. Yin fire, 3 hidden stems, 50% of yang fire, 25% of yang metal, and 25% of yang earth. Now here's the question. Why is snake a yin fire but has 50% of yang fire and no yin fire in any of those hidden stems? And later on when I talk about horse is yang fire, but actually it has yin fire instead of yang fire in its hidden stems. How is that possible? Snake and horse should swap positions. I know you're already confused about many things, and I don't want to confuse you more on this. An easy way to understand this is when you first learn the 12 zodiac signs, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, and so on. Tiger is yang wood, so it begins with yang, then yin yang, and so on. See those as labels we put on the zodiac. And what they contain inside of the hidden stems are the real elements we use for chart reading. So my suggestion is, if you have very limited memory and can only remember one thing for snake and horse, remember the hidden stems instead of the labels. The hidden stems are the elements that actually participate in the game of chart reading, not the label. So let's go back to snake. Snake has 50% of yang fire. Even if labeled as yin fire, it still has most yang fire, and you need to remember it as yang fire. Okay, and snake matches with monkey, snake, rooster, and ox can form a triad of metal. Same thing we mentioned before, only when you see a metal on your heavenly stems, then these three elements can be seen as metal. Otherwise, it will only be a triad. Snake's opposition is pig. Snake and pig, they probably don't hang out much. Second one, horse, yang fire. Like I just said, yang fire, but it has yin fire in its hidden stems. Yang fire is only its label. Yin fire is the one you should remember. The other hidden stems for horse is yin earth. Horse matches with goat. Horse, tiger, and dog can form a triad of fire. This one I already mentioned when we talked about tiger. The opposition of horse is rat. There's a fun fact about horse I'd like to mention as well. In I Ching, dragon represents male and horse represents female. Dragon for male, this is easy to understand because dragon is always out there showing off, flying from here to there, is more sociable and powerful. We all know in ancient society, guys were more outgoing and working, while girls were the one kept in the house and doing chores and taking care of the family. And the reason why horse represents female in I Ching is because horses, they don't obey unconditionally. Not like dogs. Horse has dignity and character. It obeys you, but it has its own thoughts and feelings. We can talk about more on I Ching in some other episodes. Now let's come back to the last zodiac, goat. Goat is yin earth, and it has 60% of yin earth, 30% of yin fire, and 10% of yin wood. Remember what we said in the last episode. Earth elements in the earthly branches are all storehouses. Goat is one of them. It stores wood. So when goat meets the opposition ox, it will explode and wood goes everywhere. Goat and horse are friends. And goat, pig, and rabbit together is a triad of wood, which we mentioned when we were talking about rabbit last time. And snake, horse, and goat, these three together, we have a plenum of fire. Plenum is more powerful than triad. Now the reason why we need to know all these combinations is because first of all, we need to do calculation of the elements of your chart. with the combinations, it can change the outcome. And after we've done the calculation, we need to know what elements are good for us and what elements are not good. With the first few episodes of Helen Sims, we've learned about our self-element. We know what elements potentially are our friends. For example, if your self-element is yang fire, you're born in season, very hot and dry. What you need is water to lower your temperature, or earth to ease your fire. By earth, I mean yin earth, not really yang earth, because yang earth is also dry and yin earth is the one that contains water. Turn out that you actually have a water pig in your chart. Pig is good for you, but you also have a rabbit and goat. Now your pig has gone for a triad party and no longer useful for you. Then you have to wait for a year of snake. Snake crushes the pig and the pig finally wakes up from his fantasy triad dream and makes itself useful to you again. Now this is chart reading. All these little games going on among the elements. The more you see through the little games, the more you know your charts. And later on, when you analyze your charts, you understand more. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Next week we have monkey, rooster and dog. See you next week.